Today, I'm so excited to create this video for you guys because we are going to answer the $1,000,000 question. How the frick do you get clicks on a micro niche YouTube channel? Well, my client, Shiv Shetty, what we reached is that we have in the KPI. The KPI is around 4.6% of the completely cold audience. And what we achieved is we get, 6% click rate on this video, even though this video is performing really bad, or on our organic VSL, which performed really good, we get, around 4% click-through rate, which is in KPI. And this is today, guys, what I want to teach to you, because I know for a fact, after learning what I'm going to teach you today, because this is not just going to be, yeah, guys, you have to, use curiosity, just use curiosity. No, that's not what we are going to cover today. We are going to go such in depth that after watching this video, you're going to have the same responses just like my client.
Like we had, for example, we have one lady who booked a call a couple of days ago just from YouTube. She just found me randomly on YouTube. I think watched the organic VSL, opted in, booked a call, and she is on the verge of paying 7 grand. Like,
Now, if you guys follow through exactly what I'm going to teach you today, this is the same results you're going to get because this is the Click Forcer packaging money printer system. This is going to be an exact flipping masterclass. And what's going to happen is that firstly, we are going to go through the exact things you need, principles, the exact structure to create a thumbnail, a title, and the entire packaging. And thirdly, how to test it. And when that's done together, we are going to create a packaging for this exact video so you can see how this is actually going. Because if you clicked on this video, this means that this shit is working. Now, before I would actually get into it, I want to help you guys with this as much as possible. So I want you guys to think about the last packaging that you have created. And as you're watching this video, think about how could you actually improve that same packaging so you can immediately implement the ideas I'm going to teach you guys. Now, with that said, let's get into it. And firstly, we have to cover all the principles because if we don't understand the principles, we are not going to be able to build really good thumbnails and titles and the entire packaging because it all lays on the foundation. So, firstly, what is the first principle? And the first principle is understanding what is the goal of the packaging. Because a lot of people mess it up thinking that, oh, I have to place this thing here, this thing there, this thing there, so people buy from me and stuff like that. No, the only actual goal of the title and the thumbnail, the whole packaging, is to get a click. As you can see right here, I've written it down. Only the goal is for us to get a click. If the goal is achieved, then the packaging works. If the goal is not achieved, then the packaging doesn't work. I know that you guys want to get clients from YouTube. That's why you're creating these micro niche YouTube channels. But if you use your title and thumbnails to get clients, like you think that's what messing it up, no. You have to dissect what you're doing in your YouTube system and use these parts like packaging, hook, value delivery with different goals in mind. Because the goal of the packaging is to only get a click. Your goal of the hook is to get someone to watch the video. Your goal of the value is to get someone to trust you. And the call to action is to get someone to take an action. So, and the entire system of how you're getting clients can be broken down to different aspects, but we have to understand what's the goal of each different aspect. And for the packaging is the only goal to get a click. So please understand this. Now, let's go to the next step. And this is something you have already heard about. What drives the click? Curiosity. I don't have to talk about this. You guys all heard about it. So that's that. Curiosity. We know that. And the next thing is pre-framing. I never ever heard anyone talk about it. So what is pre-framing? When you're creating your video, you're creating one style of content. And we all know that the packaging must be delivered on when we are creating the YouTube video. So let's say if you say in the title that how to, make $10,000 a month, if in the first 30 seconds you start talking about how to cook in the kitchen, no one is going to listen to you because that's not what they clicked on. So it has to be really delivered on. And why this is important is that how you create the packaging pre-frames what the content is going to be around. So if you want people to listen and just consume your value, you have to pre-frame their mindset that this is going to be video. We're going to talk about exactly how to achieve some very specific thing. So people must, and I say must, stay on your video and listen to what you're saying. So if you're creating a Miro board video, if you're creating a talking head video, the thumbnails must be different, because otherwise it's not going to work correctly, because you're pre-framing the people in the wrong way. So you have to pre-frame the people. If you understand the goal is to get a click, and how you get a click is by curiosity. You have to understand also that you have to pre-frame the people with your packaging in order for them to stay on their video. So that's about the principles on the packaging. If you really understand this, you're ahead than 99% of others, because people tend to overlook the principles, but these are crucial. But next thing is actually, Robert, I love this, but how do I actually create a packaging or a title and thumbnail combination which is going to drive the clicks through curiosity? So I breaking it down into a pyramid, and let me explain how this works. This is the pyramid. Even though it looks trash, this works. If you think about a pyramid, the pyramid has to be built from bottom to up. And this is the same with your packaging. We have to start from the bottom and we have to go up to the top. Now, what do I exactly mean by that? As you can see, there are two different colors, the blue and this violet or purple. This represents what that part of the packaging is. So as you can see, the blue is thumbnail and the violet is the title. Now, let me explain what this is. You have to firstly start creating your packaging with the thumbnail to have contrast in it. This is crucial. This is what you must start in. Because if this is not, if this doesn't exist in your specific content, and if this doesn't exist in your specific packaging you're creating, everything else is just not going to work. Because contrast is the first thing when it comes to actually creating good packaging. So you have to start with contrast. Think about how your packaging can have contrast in order to get someone's eye looking at your thumbnail, because contrast gets someone's eye on your thumbnail because it stands out. And we are going to talk about that in the test phase, but this is the principle. You need contrast in a thumbnail. So if you have that, great, we can go to the next step. This is proof and facial expression. What I mean by exactly proof and facial expression is what's visible on the thumbnail. Proof is basically proving what you're saying in the information gap. Facial expression is simply having emotions on your face. And why this is important is because people are searching for validation for what you are talking about. So if you don't put proof or facial expressions in your packaging, people are not going to click, because that's how they validate the information gap. And there is the title, and this is the information gap. Basically, the title must be something where someone gets their eye on your thumbnail, they read the title, and they're going to be like, oh my God, this person knows more about my goal. So if I watch this video, I'm going to get closer to my goal. This is the information gap. And this is how you exactly build a title and thumbnail combination packaging. But let me explain the deliverables, because this is just the idea. But how do you exactly do this? Well, when it comes to contrast, think about different colors you can use. Think about how can you play with the contrast of shadow and light. Think about that. Secondly, when it comes to proof and facial expression, how I like to do this is search for the video topic. Maybe it's about getting click-through rates, on YouTube. Then I'm going to be like, how can I, prove that in my thumbnail? Well, I'm going to put some kind of, snippet from a YouTube thumbnail or something like that, which has really high click-through rate. Then my facial expression, because I want to pre-frame people, and I know that facial expression gives curiosity, because when someone sees you having a facial expression, they are going to have similar emotions. And if I put a face of myself where I'm explaining really hardly, that's going to create this pre-framed mindset for the people clicking on my thumbnail, on my title, that this is going to be a valuable video, I must watch this. And the information gap is really something I like to do here. Is not just come up with my own titles. What I like to do is take a look at what's already performing well. Because how you create an information gap matters a lot. You can use other people's names, you can use the exact, pain points, you can use benefits, whatever it is. But the best way I found it to work is by going and taking outliers and basically implementing that into your titles. And what I exactly mean by that is, what is an outlier is a YouTube video that performs much better compared to the other YouTube videos on the same channel. And what I do is I save all of my outliers. This is the exact playlist I use to save all the outliers. And when I'm like, okay, Robert, I want to create this new video, what I'm going to do is think about what kind of title can I, take from here, which is already validated that this creates an information gap, and how can I fill in my details around the thing I want to talk about. So for this video, I have actually thought about a title, and this is where I got it from. I'm going to show you guys that. It's somewhere here. It was about no. You have to guys wait for a bit here because this is very important. What the frick? Where is it, bro? No, somewhere above. I have to search it for you. Because if not, then it's crazy. This is how to deal with zero view jail, faceless YouTube shorts. I thought about a title about how to deal with 0.9% click-through rate, micro niche YouTube channels. This is the idea I thought about firstly. And the second one I thought about is this one. I copied Iman Gadzhi's content strategy and it made me 151K per month. I copied William Brown's thumbnail strategy and it got me 9% click-through rate, or 6.7%. These are the two titles right now in my head. And I know that because this is already validated, I know that this definitely creates a information gap in someone's mind because this title formation already worked for someone else. So I'm like, okay, this is going to work for me. And how you're going to see how we are going to create the exact thing in later a second, but this is exactly how this works. The contrast on the thumbnail that gets someone to watch your video, gets to be interested in the thumbnail, what I want to say. Then the proof and the facial expression. This is what is going to be validated by the information gap. We are going to talk about it in a second. And the information gap is all about creating that this guy knows more. So this is exactly how you have to build your thumbnail. And when you've done it, this is how you build it. This is how you test it, guys. This is the exact structure I've seen that our brain works when we are talking about thumbnails and YouTube packaging. If you see a video or you're scrolling on your homepage, contrast makes you look at that thumbnail. If you looked at the thumbnail, you're going to take a look at the title. What's the title? Am I interested in this? If the title creates an information gap, good. That works. And then what you're going to do, the title created an information gap because that's exactly where you want to go. Like your desired outcome is that this created an information gap. Then you're going to see the thumbnail and you're going to search for things that will validate the information gap. So you will click on it. So this is the exact structure. So if you have created your title and thumbnail, you will have to put it somewhere where you can test it. I usually do this in Figma. I will show you that as well. I usually do this in Figma, where I have this page for myself, where I have put so many thumbnails around, and I place my thumbnail in the middle, and I see, okay, does this stand out? Yes or no? What do I do to make it, stand out? Yes or no? And how can I, validate the title on the thumbnail so people will click on it? So this is how I exactly do this. And this is, guys, if you implement this, I know for a fact you're going to get so much clicks on your thumbnails. This is incredible. Title and thumbnails. So that was the information. This was the ClickForcer packaging money printer system. And now we are going to go into a stage where we are together going to create our own title and thumbnail for this exact video. As I already mentioned, I have an idea where I want to go, but now it's about finalizing this idea. So guys, I hope everything is clear about this. If something is not clear, guys, just please ask me in the comments. Just that. I will come and answer all of your comments. Okay, that's all. Now let's go and create a actual title and thumbnail variation for my own YouTube channel on YouTube content. And if you're watching this video, like that means this actually worked. So I have another Miro board, which I like to create these thumbnails. And so this is the time where I create the actual thumbnail. So this is going to be the frame. I'm going to come here. This is a title and thumbnail for another video. And I'm going to open up Cortex where I have my title ideas. And we are going to go with that. So I will search up this idea. And this is how to deal with poo poo poo. This is what I want the title to be. And now we have to build something. So how to deal with 0.9% click-through rate micro niche YouTube channel. So we need contrast. Well, firstly, this is a white background. If someone is using the dark thing on YouTube, it's going to stand out. But otherwise, I want colors that really stand out. So what I want to do is use YouTube, I think, because click-through rate, it's pre-framing. I have to deal with that. So, let's think together because this is not going to be an easy process. Also, in the same way, I will need my face where I look like I'm explaining something. So let's just right now put myself here in the corner. I don't want this. Go away. This is me in the corner where I'm explaining. Okay, this is cool. And now we have this much space to actually create the titles, thumbnails, and stuff like that. So, what would people want to see which is different? Okay, so I could be like, could take this for an example. I could put it here and be like, this is going to be a boring one, yeah? We have to make it work, though. Start with this. Is this... No, this is just trash. Okay, what I'm going to do is take a look at... Bro. Take a look at what others have done. This is not that channel. This one, I'm going to take a look at what others have done. Oh, this could work as well. This type where I would take a screenshot of this and just draw a big ass circle on this. Put it here like this. Take a screenshot of my okay, this is what I need. Uh, uh, um. Hmm. I don't like this as well. This is going to be a hard one. I have a different idea where I just place a ton of shit right here, which is like, come here. I will click on this. I will click here. I will click here. I will click here, and I will take a screenshot of this. No, I will place it here. Where did this go? No, here. Fuck you mean, bro? Okay, like I will remove this. We just place a ton of information right here. Send backward. Yes, another information like I'm going to go and take from someone else, also from my other channels. Yes, sir. Ding, ding, ding. We're going to take something from this. Because as I already talked about this, um, it's all about getting a click. So if you can get a click, then that's definitely enough. So what also I'm going to do is come here. No, come here and just take, let's say for this, when I analyze some things he's doing, because this is what I do. I just analyze this thing, and so it's like I'm going to put this also here. Where this is also in the face. And no, this is going to look trash, really. So we are going to move this down now. And if I would do it like this, also, I think just stealing from here some kind of money. Money, money, money. Where's money? That's also something that could add. You know, this money I just stole is like some of our clients' resorts. So it's like I think here should be something else as well. That could be like the pyramid I drew. So if I place it and just like that, I will take a screenshot. We are going to test, guys. This is all about testing, man. Man. Oh my days, where is it? What I'm searching for. Okay, and now if I would place that here, this. So does this look somewhat clickable? Let's check. Send to back. No, this just looks trash, like really trash. So what we are going to do is remove these and edit the background somewhat. It just looks so, yeah, this is what you're going to do. You're going to steal all of this, come here, just paste all of this thing and put it right here. So it's like, I think this just looks better now. I just have to position things in a way that looks better. I have no clue how did I came up with this idea. This just looks crazy, bro. This just looks crazy. It definitely has contrast element into it. Do I think this is the best? No. This is just I'm right now recording a video. It's really hard to be what's that, bro? It's really hard to be, creative here. So I'm just doing bro, I just look so dumb here. I should have increased the saturation as well. Okay, but the brightness a bit down. Baram baram. So this looks like this. Where is this? And we are going to come here and just place this right here. Okay, I want a different group for this. So this looks somewhat different. It's like if the title says down there like how to deal with 0.9% click-through rate on a micro niche YouTube channel. This could definitely work. And like yeah, we are just going to see, bro. Like I think this is not that bad, but it's like really not that great as well. Like the positioning of these things could be much better. So we should test that as well. Like I should make this bigger, put it here. Maybe this one a bit. No. Just random drawings right here. I could add just more details to this where it's like this is something. It's crazy how much we are yapping here. Where's the middle? Oops, I have to make myself. This looks much more convincing, right? Like, just take a look at it. One thing right here. have to make myself come more inside because it's like there is just little space right there. What's this? What happened with you? What up? What did I do? No, good. So this is how we're looking like. I think that gets somewhat attention. It's like it definitely has the contrast element in it. So it's like it pops up and with the title. So the contrast, I have it. Title does create a um better. So the title creates an information gap, like how to deal with 0.9% click rate on micro niche YouTube channels. And from there, the thumbnail does validate this information with even in the title of writing how to get clicks. Then also like this thing, also putting there William Brown and just having things written down there, which I definitely analyze. So it's like it's not a problem. And yeah, these things I think do add. We have to see how it's going to work. We have to see. We have to see. What is this? So yeah, right now I'm going to test this video with this, but this is the game with YouTube that you have to test a lot, like really, really a lot. So that's that, guys. I hope you have watched this video and you are somewhat proud of it. So yeah, just see you next time, bro.